Hello, everybody. Welcome to a Crazydukky Casual Gwent Let's Play. This episode is a special episode because I'm making it for school. So, hopefully, classmates, welcome. I'm going to quickly try my best to talk about everything, and then, boom. Then you can watch the rest of the video if you'd like. But I'm going to stay at the opening screen and give you guys a quick, 1-2 punch. Get these little things out of the way. Let me turn the music back on. Here we go. So, first bullet point. I'm just going to read them right down the list. I mean, I know I could probably address some more things in here. Like, the fact that I haven't personally been very good at keeping up with everybody and making sure that I'm more vocal and more, like, friend heavy. So if you guys want to comment in the comment section below or anything like that, if you want to hang out with me, do some Overwatch perhaps or anything like that. I play a bunch of Overwatch, play a bunch of other games. So, feel free to comment in the comment section below. Let me know what you guys want to do. If you guys want to hang out, definitely looking to network, make new friends. Don't want to go through school all by myself here. Either way, first point is, what did you learn or share about the industry during your time in this course? Now, I've learned a lot, honestly, about the specifics. Sort of like one assignment really pokes out to me the most. I mean, I know my own mission statement. I know what I have a plan for the future, but in the assignment where we kind of have to take a look at the industry and say, kind of guess, like, oh, where's it going to be 5, 10, 15 years from now? What are we going to be doing? What is our gaming going to be? You guys shared a lot of great things on the specifics of where VR might take us and where technology like the HoloLens and where those types of augmented reality, not just virtual reality, where those will take us, I thought was actually enlightening. I was like, oh wow, this is actually really cool. I didn't even realize that this was here. And I watch personally like 4 different gaming podcasts, so to have like the augmented reality stuff sort of slip under my radar. I mean, I know about the Google Glass kind of stuff, but and I knew about the HoloLens, but to have that sort of thing kind of pass me by, I was like, maybe I should find another podcast to watch, or maybe I should try to follow up on different gaming forums and check out where that stuff's coming from. But I shared mostly about how I think VR games are going to be huge, and at least generation 2, like Vive 2, Oculus 2, whatever they want to end up calling them. I think those are where you're going to see the big games. Like, I know we have the Batman one and all that, but when I was seeing Batman, I think it's a Telltale game, right? I think it had the aesthetic of a Telltale game, but either way, that Batman game where you can play on the piano, but like you can see, like, you have one hand, but it has like one finger. The thing is, when we get into VR and we can, we get into the next generations, they're going to want to have, like, more finger dexterity. So you can actually, like, play a virtual piano if you would like, so you don't have to go spending hundreds of dollars on having your own grand piano in your house. You can just spend, like, $30 or something and get a, piano VR game that you can strap on the headset but have play through your speakers, and you can be like, hey guys, check this out, I'm gonna play you Mary Had a Little Lamb because that's the most skill that I have, and it's like do and you're gonna have fun with that, I swear. But I was like, oh, this is really cool. Either way, next point, I'm just gonna have a really rough segue, but next point is, what did you learn about your own future during this period of industry exploration? Now, that is not too hard of a one to kind of spit out. Like, I know personally I was like, I'm really riding on maybe getting a job at Rockstar New England as dev support, which is not going to require too much skill from me, but it's going to teach me a little bit more about how it is at a dev studio, and to see that kind of stuff in action is like really important to me. Now, so my future honestly is still looking the same that I saw it as, where it's like, take this class, learn more about the industry, and see the try to see the ins and outs of it, and go from there. But right now, looking like Rockstar New England, over to maybe Canadian dev studios or on the West Coast. But, personally, the future part of this thing, very easy to address. I really feel like, same future outlook, but just a lot more knowledge behind it, which is really sweet. Now, let's see. Going forward, how will you apply the skills or concepts? You're good at... Okay, so this one. You guys have the same list, so, you can read it off how you would prefer to read it off. But in the past 3 classes, I've learned a lot more about like myself and how I need to schedule things and how I can talk to people out, and do public speaking and stuff like that. And so to have this here and kind of as a barrier to entry and say, okay, you need to learn this stuff. You need to take refreshers if you already know a little bit about it. Like, personally, I know that I came from a tech school, not a regular high school, so I have 2 diplomas. One's a certification in business and one's like the actual high school diploma. So I was 4 years doing like weekly presentations where I stand up in front of the class, talk to everybody. So my public speaking skills are probably a little bit better than most, I want to feel. So, I know I still go like, like a lot of the time, and I say like a lot too. But that's mostly when I'm trying to be like a casual conversation with, at least the YouTube scene. I like to try to paint a casual conversation, and also to just talk in front of people for an extended period of time. Sometimes you just kind of have to collect yourself, and maybe a pause is better. But I like to just go because it keeps my train of thought going and lets people know that I'm not quite done, but I'm there. But still talking about the skills, it's like I re-honed my presentation skills in creative presentation. I really learned a little bit more about making proper presentations in there. Going from skills in psychology of play, I learned a lot more about how I should schedule things, how I should look at my own like self. I need to take like an introspective and be like, okay, I don't really do well under this kind of schedule. I'm more this kind of guy that just likes to backload things, like set them all up and just knock them down at the last possible second. Because in my head, I'm like, okay, it's only going to take me about an hour to do it. And so I'll set it up at like, here's an hour before I have to get the assignment in. I knew it was going to take me an hour, so it's still like my best possible work, but it's always up against it. So, maybe I need to like kick myself in the butt and say, hey, you got to get this done immediately instead of taking the hour at the end of the course. But those kinds of skills, very, very applicable in academic and professional careers. Like, I know for a fact I'm going to be trying to use my schedule and adapt it to myself in the future for the rest of the classes that I take, and also into the future of me being a game designer. I want to be like, okay, take a look at this. You're going to give me an assignment you want done in 2 days. I'm not going to put it at the very end of the second day. I'm going to put it, piecemeal. Maybe focus on it a little bit on the first day, maybe a little bit on the second day, or maybe front load it. But either way, it's still, up in the air. You're gonna run into some issues where you find like, hey, maybe the schedule's not working too well for me, so I'm gonna try a different way. Either way, we're gonna move on to the final point that I'm gonna address here and just say, hey, if you're coming into TM classes, it's very, very, it's pretty straightforward. You just need to do some research. You need to make sure that you give 100% effort and try to use the skills that you got from your previous classes in this one, and you should be fine. It wasn't too stressful, honestly, for me. Like, it wasn't a huge workload. Obviously, it's still one of the core classes, so it's not going to be a huge workload, but, having 2 major assignments due a week, make sure that you get them in on Fridays, or at the very least on Sundays. You want to make sure that you can do this. And it was pretty straightforward this whole time, and I really appreciated the teachers. The lectures were great to attend. I mean, those are some of the most fun lectures I've listened to. Teacher, I forgot your name. I'm so sorry. I'm kicking myself now. I feel bad. No, but you did a great job. I definitely liked listening to you. You had a great voice. Definitely the classmate participation. You guys are great. So as long as you guys come in, you have an open mind about, the whole topic and you definitely want to learn more about your industry, you're going to have a great time. And if you use your scheduling and creative presentation skills, you should be great in the very last little thing like this. You're a little introspective. So I hope you guys enjoyed me talking about those things, and I'm going to talk a little bit more about gaming throughout this. But from here on forward, it is now the rest of the Gwent video, so I hope you guys enjoyed listening, and I hope you will stick around for me playing this casual match of Gwent. So without further ado, let's search for a Skellige. Here we go, boys. So, staying on the topic of gaming, actually, I was watching a podcast earlier last night at like 3 o'clock in the morning because I've been playing Overwatch way too much. But I was watching a podcast with my all-time favorite game dev, Emma McMillan, and it wasn't just him, it was my normal favorite podcast, but he was an interviewee on there. So he was talking about the new expansion for Binding of Isaac, and then the conversation got turned on to how people got fired and ended up Mathis still like close. He got pinned for like 3,000. We don't need 2 of those. This is good. Hide cards. Oh, no, I don't want to. Show cards, finish redrawing. Okay, so he was on there talking about how he ended up making the decision to go full-time into game design because he himself was working like oddball jobs. You're going to work fast food jobs. You're going to work animal control, and they were trying to push him out of. Oh, I have 2 of these. I should have dumped one of these. That's a problem. Okay, good. That's okay. Throw a bear in there. I'll eat your heart. Either way. Oh. And they're really going after him. Which is a bad idea, because if he gets killed, then... I'll eat your heart. Dude, your friend just said that.
Let's get this over with.
Ugh. This is going to be a tough match, because I freaking have 2 war cries like a dumbass. Let's throw that down.
Don't you pester me.
Okay, so.
Nice mess you've got here.
Okay.
Nice mess you've got here.
Play one of these.
We'll follow you always into the
Play
fair.
2 from the on
Else
crate.
must die.
I'll get another 18.
You one of us or not?
Uh-oh. Trouble approaches.
Alright, this dude can have this round, honestly. Because I can call in, I can call in the other guy. See if I can win this second round.
I see you've thought about this.
Yes, so he was talking about how they were firing him and he didn't want them to have control over his like livelihood and stuff like that. So it really spoke to me. I was like, yeah, you know what?
I promise you a quick
Kind of
deal.
like same reasons. So I'm starting to focus a lot more on like my own
You
personal
will sweat like a swine in that jacket.
Uh-oh.
my personal
Trouble
like,
approaches.
life. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna just what? Oh, okay. Throw
Mordred
that down.
Freyr is patient, but she brooks no insult.
Let's not get in the way of my axe.
Do you want to go? Do you want to gamble?
This is no time to whimper.
Okay.
So what? Should I pound it into a poker?
Oh no. Yeah, I'll get an exact copy of that. I don't have an exact copy.
Onwards! Attack!
On this turn. No, that doesn't count. That. Oh, but it does count, and I'm dead. Okay. Oh man, that's rough. Okay, no big deal. Either way, guys, I have made a very long video that I was told to keep it short, and so I hope I kept the actual addressing the questions short, and I hope you guys enjoyed watching me get destroyed in this match. Either way, I will see you guys. I will see my subscribers in the next video, and classmates, if you want to leave your Blizzard, whatever those IDs are, your battle IDs, in the comments or anything. If you want to play Overwatch sometime, that's cool with me. Thank you very much for watching this a little bit longer than expected video. Remember to like and subscribe. Tom Brown out.